Bryson, oh my God. Bryson. I'm tired of crying. I'm tired of crying. My masculine is trying to protect my feminine because my feminine does not want to be seen. You don't even know how long it took me. Like I'm trying to get this video out and I can't. My throat chakra, and this is the self-sabotage, this is the insecurities all blocking me from moving forward. And it's because I'm afraid, I'm tired. I'm like, this healing is like kicking my ass and I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to. Today I got up despite, I'm not, like, what's weird is, at this point, because I'm so aware of what it is, I don't feel depressed. I just get tired. I'm not depressed. I'm just tired. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired of, like, I just want it to be like, wait, I understand. Next. But in this particular thing, it's about confidence. And this is something that I cannot run away from, because everything that I want to do, everything moving forward requires my confidence. But the thing about learning something is that it requires you to make mistakes. And I don't like making mistakes. I don't like making mistakes in front of people, because I'm such a perfectionist and now I'm such a macho female. I don't like looking wrong and looking stupid. And it's like, that's what's so weird. It's like, I do like looking stupid, but under my, like, choice. Like, again, it goes back to the control, and I don't like something being out of my control. So when I don't have control, my confidence goes. This video, I wanted to speak about how hyper criticism, I don't know why I keep using hyper, but that's the word. Like, too much criticism causes imbalance in your root. And that's usually where it starts. I watched a video of Megan Thee Stallion and with Tyra Banks. It was like a clip, a snippet or whatever, and Tyra was like, at any point did you feel insecure or like you didn't like something about yourself? And she said, I'm fine. I am okay. She said, no, she had a lot of support from her family. So she never, like, she always thought she was the best. She always thought she was a shit. And this goes back to your root chakra, your support system. Your family, your parents are your first foundation. And everything that happens in your childhood is your foundation to who you are going to become. And even the way that I talk to Julie, I can be either really sweet or I can be like hard and cold and not a very nice mom. And I can be hypercritical, and that's just all learned behavior. And I'm still in the process of trying to unlearn it and relearn healthy ways to dealing with my frustration and dealing with dissatisfaction. And I see, she's 6 years old, so I see there's certain areas that, you know, are products of my shortcomings and my lack of self-control, because, you know, they watch you. Like my frustration, I'm stupid thing, and or when she sees like she gets frustrated really easily, and I'm just like, it's okay, it's like, just relax. And it, you know, a piece of me gets a little bit sad when I see her get like that, but at the same time I'm like, okay, I just have to learn how to teach her. But growing up, I was very happy a naturally happy child, despite whatever was going on around me and stuff. I was just, I like to be happy and hyper. But that was always criticized. I was either too much energetically or not enough physically, you know. So, you know, I was always insecure about one part of me, you know, and it's crazy because it's like, these are great things. Like, I was naturally good, but, you know, we live in a society that they tell you up is down and left is right, and, you know, they distort everything that you know to be true. So here I am now. Well, before I get there, I gotta go in order, you know. So that led me to unhealthy relationships. And a particular relationship that I was in for a bit, you know, it really beat me down in confidence because I was always the problem. It was always me, and, you know, and I know I had insecurities there, so I know that was on my behalf. You know, I went into something with insecurities and not being as strong as I should have, but it did not help being in a relationship like that, you know. Someone trying to change you into something that you're not. And when I got out of it, I really had to take the time to figure out who I was and what I wanted to do and what I like to do, and get in touch with the part of me that I left to be in that relationship. So during that relationship, whenever there was an issue, whenever there was an argument, I would have my piece. I would have my stand, and it was like, no, you're wrong. Why do you even think like that? Why do you think that's okay? Blah, 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 you know? And then afterwards, after I would feel bad because my natural compassionate and empathetic nature, I don't like conflict. I don't like drama. I don't like tension. I don't like any of those things. So I'm just like, okay, let's just fix it. Fine. I'm wrong. I'm the one to blame. Let's move on, please. But obviously that's not a healthy way to handle that, because then they just keep on using that, whatever. So then at some point I did start to fight back, and it just became this toxic relationship of like, rah, 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 rah. You know, you can ask whoever, like, you want to ask, you know, just really trying to like argue mentally about things. And of course now I understand that now I don't have time to argue with people because of that. And that's why I'm thankful that it happened the way it did, because I'm not about to argue with the way you view things. If you want to view things that way, then by all means. But then I always felt like I had a point to prove. And I still do, but let me go in order. And I remember at one point in a relationship, they was just like, you can never just like stop. Like, cause once you got me started, I was just like, no, like, you know, like you activated this part of me. You want to fight, you're going to get a fight. You want to say something about me, I'm going to fight you about it. I'm going to defend myself. And I said, you know what? If I don't defend me, who's going to defend me? Because clearly you ain't. You're not listening to my side. You don't have my back. You know, it's me against you. So since then, I've been on this, it's me against the world. It's me against whoever. So if anytime there's an opposition, I'm going to defend me to the death. And recently, two situations, the exact same situation, just with two completely different people happened. And my energy triggered the hell out of them. And I was suddenly not me anymore. I was the people that took advantage of them, the people that hurt them, betrayed them, whatever it was. They didn't see me, but they were talking to me as if I was them. And I'm just like what? What the fuck? And first of all, let me say that I am an energetic healer. I am a healer. I've been a healer for a very long time, even before I realized it. But I did not expect this. I didn't expect to be the punching bag or whatever. I'm getting cold now. I'm sweating and I'm cold, so I guess that's spirit. I don't know what this is. And both times they made me cry. Both times these people made me cry. And I don't like when people make me cry. Because, well, now, before I had no problem with crying, but now it's like my masculine does not like when people make me cry. Because it's like, I trusted you. And you're hurting my feelings. I let you in. I don't let a lot of people in right now. I don't, like, right now, it's very VIP at the moment. So if you get in and you hurt my feelings, you are a motherfucker. So the situation They were saying what they said, and I was trying to defend myself. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that's not what I said. That's not what I meant. And they didn't hear me. I'm like in this glass, and I'm screaming, and I'm just like, what the hell? Like, it's not me. And they're just going off. They're like, unloading and unleashing on me. And I'm not sitting here to play the victim. I'm not going to say that I didn't say anything that didn't trigger them. But it was just like, we didn't even get a chance to actually communicate. Like, I didn't get a chance to, say like, listen, I may have said that, but that's not what I meant or the way that you're receiving it. And it was just like bombs away on me and done. And they closed the door in my face, slammed the door in my face. And that triggered the hell out of me because that's what happened to me for so long, for so many years. People have been shutting the door. Okay. People have been shutting the door in my face for being me, for expressing myself and being how I am. Oh God. God, close your eyes. 1 second. Good. I'm good. I'm still cute. I can't take myself serious. This is another thing I do when I'm by myself. I used to watch myself in the mirror when I cry. And I would start laughing. I can't. Oh, Lord. I have an ugly cry too. But what was I saying? People have shut the door in my face when I was being authentically me. And I saw a post last week, and I saw this message a couple of months ago, and it says that the hyper sensitivity or the empathy comes from trauma. The being able to relate and to understand and to make you feel so comfortable comes from what's the word when you're avoiding conflict? Evasive maneuvers, or I think so. I think that's the word I'm trying to look for. I have learned how to mimic energy and make people feel good like my life depends on it, because it did. Not like, literally, but energetically and metaphorically. Because in order for me to fit in and in order for me to have a social life, I needed to find a way to connect with people. Not to say that's my natural ability, but I used that. That was my life skill, to be able to communicate with people that way. People like to listen. They want people to listen to. I'm here to listen to you. But I think the part that hurts is that I've always been the person listening, and I don't feel like anybody's really listened to me. So now, even as I do these videos, it's really hard. Like, my throat chakra is like really like, my team in my head is just like, are we good? Like, do we really want to speak about this? I don't think so. I don't, and this is back and forth. Like, I'm trying to do it. And it's like starting up a rusty type of mechanism. And it's like, it stops, it goes, it glitches. And before you can really get that flow, you have to practice it. You have to make the mistakes. You have to stutter. You have to look stupid. You have to cry on camera before you get it right. And that's just in any area of what you're trying to do and what you're trying to express. So, confidence. I have no problem telling you my life. The only thing I probably don't want to tell certain things just for the sake of those people. Like, I care about people regardless, but I will, if I know that what I have to share is going to help people more. It's not just for my ego. I want to share this because I know there are other people who feel this way. And again, it also is just for me. Like, I want to get this out, but I don't even know where I was going with that. Confidence. I'm a confident person by myself. I am like, I can take the best pictures when I'm in my little corner. I can do the best videos, the best singing, the best whatever. Not even the best, but I can do it when I'm by myself. Now, when there's people around and I know I can see people watching me, I start to get nervous because the perfectionist in me is already thinking about the things that I know they probably haven't even thought of yet. And I'm overthinking and I'm not even in the moment because I'm preparing for shit that hasn't even happened yet. And that's the same thing with relationships. And this came up because I've been talking about relationships a lot lately, and I'm just like, I don't think I'm ready for a relationship in this right moment. It's like I want a relationship. I want somebody. I like the idea of somebody, but I'm doing so much work right now. And then my standards have like, because I'm like, I'm doing all this fucking work, all this internal work. You think I want somebody with baggage? Like, I mean, we both gonna have a little bit of baggage, but I mean, like, you better be working on that shit, because this is hard enough. I'm not doing it for nobody else. I'll help you. I'll walk you through it. Like, you gotta walk yourself. I'm not picking you up and carrying you. I'm not doing that no more. Ugh, God. I like the idea of a relationship, and I'm just like, yeah, my next relationship, I don't want to be tied down. I don't want to be, like, I have this really free-spirited idea of a relationship, but the thought that something, like, really gets close, like something real, like an opportunity, I get nervous. And suddenly all those thoughts and visions and fantasies of what I want goes out the windows, and those insecurities come back up. And I'm faced with this, and I'm like, okay, this is something I need to work on before I get into a relationship. I don't want to be insecure in a relationship. I'm confident in myself when I'm by myself, but I want to be confident with someone else, even if they see my insecurities. Even if they see, like, I'm not perfect, I still want to be confident that I'm the fucking shit. Like, I am a great person to have in your life, friend or romance. Like, I am I am a person deserving of respect and love, and I think that for so long, I'm good. I'm trying to stop the crying just for the camera's sake. Like, I'm not telling y'all, like, don't cry. I just don't feel like sitting here crying on camera. I don't like that. But I'm gonna go cry in the car. I'm gonna go cry. Because it's cleansing. And this is just like I'm giving myself a spiritual bath from the inside out. But I know I'm deserving of love and respect and appreciation. But the self-sabotage that I go through with myself, obviously it says self, the self-sabotage that I go through with the things that I know that I want and deserve, and the things that I think that I want and deserve, they're still not meeting up sometimes. They still make me care about the things that I shouldn't. Like, I don't know. It's like this battle. It's really like this battle. It's like, I don't care, but I care. And you just really have to parent yourself. Am I making sense? Because I like to share, but when I speak generally, I just get all over the place and I like to focus on a specific thing, or else I just get all out of whack. But the self-sabotage part, that's really what I wanted to speak about in this video. The self-sabotage, it's what creates my inconsistency with my videos, with my workout, with my eating. And it's just like, I want to do it. I know that's what I need to do. And then after a couple of days or weeks, I don't see, well, not weeks, or I don't see what I think I want to see, I get discouraged. Oh, I'm not getting the it's not even for the recognition, but it's just like, is people really listening? Like, are you really listening? And I know you are. I know a lot of people are, and then they just don't. I do it too. I watch people and I don't say anything or I don't respond. And I'm okay with one person, but I think my ego is not okay with that. I want to talk to a lot of people. I want to help a lot of people. So when I don't engage with the amount of people that I want to, I feel a little bit disappointed about that. But I also understand that, you know, when I watch other YouTubers and they've been doing shit for years and this is where it's like, do I really want to, like, how much does this mean to me? This is real, you know. I'm not just doing it for likes. I'm not just doing it for the recognition. I'm doing this for the actual impact that I hope it will have on the people that listen to it. But again, my ego does play a part. And also just with the eating too, it's like the eating, The eating, the emotional eating, especially when I'm going through. And it's like, I should know, because the eating the cravings, the emotional eating comes up just before I'm about to have a breakthrough with something, or just before something I realize that I need to. It's like, as I feel it, and this is where the subconscious, this is where, yeah, the subconscious self-sabotage comes in. It reacts, it protects you before you have a second to even see it. It's like, it's your team. It's like, no, she doesn't like this. Let's do something to like push that back down. So when I have these, when I want to emotionally eat, or when I start to get low and I just want to lay down and I want to escape and watch TV or do something, that's my subconscious knowing that something is happening energetically that I may not be comfortable with. And unless I give it the okay, like say, no, I want to sit with this. I want to understand why this is coming up. I want to know what triggers me and what I can do to fix it. Until I can say, yes, I'm okay with this, it's not going to allow it to come up. And I'm going to keep with the cycles of trying to suppress it and trying to avoid it. So today, I got out of bed. I looked around and I'm just like, you need to maintain. You know, instead of having to keep starting over, keep starting from scratch, you need to learn how to maintain what, you know, that healthy, what am I trying to say? Maintain the healthy energy. You don't have to go all out, but you need to tread water. I don't even know how to explain this properly. Give me a second. You need to maintain, okay? And that's where discipline comes in. I don't want to try to over explain it and mess myself up, but this is where discipline comes in. Even when you don't want to do something, or even when you're too tired today, or you're too low on energy, just do it. I'm not even wearing my Nike shirt. Just do it, because you're going to be really upset when things fall off and get out of control, and then you have to start back from scratch. And that's what I'm working on. And that's why, like, my confidence is low sometimes, because I am not very disciplined and I don't have a high pain tolerance. So the minute something feels uncomfortable because of all the pain I've had to endure, let me tell you this too. My pain tolerance has gone down significantly, because, and this is why I'm feeling beaten down, and my fire is like, I'm just keeping it like, I'm trying to keep it, you know, lit, because I'm tired. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired. And I think on one end, this is kind of where like the surrendering comes in. I think I'm supposed to let it go out for a bit. Like, well, not even let it. Like, if it goes out, it goes out. I have to have faith that it's going to be relit, because it's an everlasting fire. So it doesn't really ever go out. I'm rambling at this point, but I have to stop trying so hard sometimes. Like, just do what you need to do. Like, don't try to prevent. You ever try to catch something that was falling and then you kick it across the room, or it does some extra shit? Like, you should have just let it fall instead of trying to catch it. And that's what I'm trying to explain. Just bear with me. My confidence is not always high because my discipline is not always there. And I let myself down, and I beat myself up, and I beat myself down, and it's just this perpetual cycle of self-sabotage. So I just have to work on cheering myself on and being my own motivator and saying, you can do this, you got this, we're okay. I have to be the people and the energy that I needed growing up when I felt myself being beat down. And I have to feel safe enough. I have to trust my masculine enough that it's going to protect me when it needs to protect me. It's going to speak up when it needs to speak up. And it's not going to let people, you know, shut me up or close the door in my face. And even if they close it, I'm going to speak through that motherfucker. That's what's going to happen. But for the most part, I have to sit back in my femininity. I have to just be comfortable crying and comfortable being soft and allowing certain things, you know, you got to pick your battles, allowing certain things to pass and happen, and just that. That's how I got to look at certain shit. Like, I can't be so, like, trying to fight everything. So, hope this made sense. I didn't have a goal. I didn't have an aim. This was an entry. This was me explaining my confidence and my self-sabotage and the imbalance I deal with during this real-time healing process. And I was also saying, like, this is in real time because a lot of times, like, spiritual advisors and, like, motivational speakers, like, they've gone through it already and they're, like, long past it. But, like, no, this is me knowing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, but actually applying to my life and going through the ups and downs and showing you how imperfect and non-linear this process is. So thank you for listening and watching, and, you know, let me know, share your story, let me know something. Later. Right, son. I'm gonna try that again. Right, son. Right, son, lovelies. Today's video, it stems from last night's story. I was just laying in bed and it made me start thinking, and then I started talking, and I said, you know what? Right, son, lovelies. I tell you, this is like take 57, and I'm over it. I'm just about over it, and I don't understand why anytime I truly want to do this video, it just doesn't work out. Bright sun. Right, some beautiful people. Then I have these crows talking to me outside. What the hell? This video is about confidence and healing. Oh my gosh. This is take something. This is like not the first, it's not the second. And I'm tired of it. My throat chakra is out of balance. Bryson, lovelies, if you could see the shit I'm putting myself through trying to make this video come out with a semblance of sense. Did I say that right? A resemblance of sense. I don't even know if that's a word. My throat chakra is glitching, and I'm over it. I'm trying to get this message out. But my inner child, my feminine, and my masculine are all trying to rebuild. Look at this card. The 3. This is 3 of Pentacles. It needs rebuilding a temple. They're all working together to rebuild this temple of mine. Oh God, this shit. And it sucks. It